Hello everybody and welcome back to Gondor, and we are still on the same page, so just on the same page, on the same turn. But as a quick reminder then, well, I've already gone through the construction just here and there, there's so many regions. And Yorthon over here, he's just getting his forces retrained before we send him off north. And of course, we are awaiting our conga line to make it to Kizilcum to oust Cand. And then if we just go all the way over here, of course, we are then also besieging castles of Belorn, and Hirluin over here is on his way to Lond Daer as this northern war, if you like, that has kicked off. Now we then just need to make sure that we have enough forces to help our vanguard units so that then we can carry on and go further north with him. But nothing else to do this turn. We can end it. Oh, hello. It appears that we're being attacked. Boromir is getting attacked. I don't know if his army is very good. And it isn't. I mean, it's not amazing. Well, let's have a look at what they've got. So they've got Warlords, Cataphracts. But look down here. We've got Osgiliath Veterans. So, potentially, all of this cavalry might just get wrecked. However, at bridge battles, you can't actually put these stakes right at the water's edge. So generally what ends up happening is some of them do make it through, but I mean, it's going to be good just to take out half of these, but there's a lot of them. But if we look at their infantry, there's just Variag swordsmen, which admittedly are very good, but they're not quite at the level of the Minas Ithil Guardians, which I think are going to have to do all of the heavy lifting for us today. They do have some Variag bowmen, but it only matters how good they are in melee, I think. But there are two armies, and the other one is very, like, this is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult with this many archers as well. They're obviously going to be firing at will, and they will kill many others, even if they are on the crossing. But we have nowhere else to go. We have to fight them, and if we do defeat them, then there's only one army in Kizilcum.
Don't let them any further.
This is the battlefield that we have got, and as far as I'm aware, this is the crossing point. But it seems very, very narrow. I don't know if it actually is, but I'm looking around and it's not going to be here. But if it is, then we will be very, very screwed if it does turn out to be anywhere else. But anyway, we're going to be on defensive. All of you be on defensive. We've kind of positioned ourselves in a way that we can handle this as best as we can. We've got our best spears here, so if they do come across here, then we've got our best front line there, and then here we've got we're going to have territorial guardsmen and Gondor infantry, and you know, we've just brought all of our infantry right here, and we've got Gondor militia, we've got siege up here on the banks, and we've got Athelian Rangers. Right, where are you? You're going to come up here. Now, I don't trust siege equipment enough to actually have these guys firing for too long, but they've got pretty decent range, so they will be able to fire at stuff as they're firing across, and I think the trebuchet probably can already fire. So, oh, it's... No, it can't. Or where can it fire? I don't want it to start moving any further forward, so that's a good spot, and yeah, just fire in there. So now we can move these folks forward, and I should probably put them there because, I mean, if the cavalry are going to come, then this is where they'll burst through. The enemy does tend to have a real fancy for just going for the gaps, so that's something that you have to watch out for. And they're here in the middle. I think actually let's just have, I don't want to bring them in just yet because if they do start firing, these guys have got no shields, so that's an issue. Right, catapults, get back. And, I mean, the trebuchets are the worst of the two units, but this is why you don't want them moving. Because, you know, it takes them absolute ages to get back into position, but they need this higher ground to have that angle of attack. And, ideally, if we could attack this unit instead, I'm not really expecting too many kills from these. But any that it does get, you know, is going to be good, because as soon as they get in here, I'm not really going to want to use it, because it's only going to take out our own. So, how many have we taken? 0%. Wow, amazing. Well, we just killed the enemy general with a trebuchet thing, and that's pretty sick. But the only thing is, as you can see, they're not even coming for us. And that was a completely stray boulder. I don't even know where the... oh, he's there. We're actually trying to hit right in this, but that is exactly why you don't want to be using the trebuchet or anything else. But if they don't move towards us soon, we'll just... I mean, we're not going to be crossing this river, no way. We would lose, but we will just expend all of our ammunition, see what else we can do. But, oh, what a hit. Wow. Well, this has been a massive waste of time. We've used up all of our ammunition. We've basically killed off their Warlord's Guard. Their Warlord's Cataphract Archers are heavily depleted, as are all of these. We used the catapults, the trebuchet, all of our 3 units of archers. And we killed a few, what was that, 20% of both of these armies. But yeah, they didn't even want to come over. And you definitely can, because look, if I click over here, these men do start to... cross over that little land bridge or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we lost 1 man. I think it was from the spearman or something. But the catapult killed so many, 308. And yeah, the trebuchet only 50, proving why... I mean, the trebuchet is great in attacking walls. But yeah, 242, 132, 121. Those are really good kills though on the Osgiliath veterans, going after really elite units only. So that was absolutely bizarre, and I'm a bit gutted really, because I was really... oh, Vale of Dorwinion, the strongest faction. Maybe if I just click, we'll get there a bit quicker. So I was hoping that we'd at least be able to take out some of these, or like one of those armies, but they didn't fancy it. They didn't want to come after us. Now, if they came after this army, they'd have had a lot more success, because this actually kind of sucks. There's no stakes, and our front line kind of consists of very, very little. But there is a catapult there, so it would, and archers, of course. And I mean, this army is pretty decent in that kind of way. But it matters not, because now we're going to have all of these reinforcements coming in, and we're just going to crowd them out. So we're just going to kind of go in a block of 3 there. See if they want to attack us. Probably won't. I mean, we've got these guys as well come into a block of 4. And we're kind of going to make it so I think it is possible to just assault the settlement and then have all of my guys reinforcing, whereas they don't even get drawn in. And we're just going to auto-resolve and get rid of the... High Elves don't like us, but I mean, what can you do? Yeah, you can give them money, but at this point, it's not really going to help because, yeah, our reputation is in the mud. We are despicable, and there's nothing really you can do at this point. I mean, I could give them some money, but, I mean, they'd be fools to attack us. We are actually, I think, allied to... Well, we are allied to Lothlorien, who are then allied to the High Elves, and... they are allied to Rohan, of course, who are then also allied to the High Elves. So there's a bit of a trifecta there. Hopefully they don't go ahead and break any of those deals. But we're going to go for Lond Daer, and actually, bam! So we're going to take it this turn, hopefully. I mean, we can catch them with our cavalry if need be. They've got Greyblood Raiders, who are being disposed of in the next version. Well, I mean, they're not really getting disposed, but they are getting renamed. And they're pretty good. 3-7. They've got 6 missiles with that 7 attack and high accuracy. And Cairbury, which is almost certainly how you do not say his name, he's got Angren Raiders. These guys are very, very good. You can get loads of them. And you could get a whole army of just them. And you would probably struggle to lose against an infantry line of this caliber even, because you just send them all to shoot at the enemy, and with a couple of volleys you'll take them all out. But they're not going to do that. They've got Enedwaith hunters, and river archers being the improved version. They do have Minhiriath warriors though, 13 and 13. But I think we'll be okay, do you know?
For the White City!
This is the battlefield that we have been given, and all their forces are over there, and pretty meager really, and the main army is over there, so we're going to form up into a group just to hold on to our formation, and then we're kind of going to try and come in like this. Yeah, then we don't have too bad of a position, all in all, because they're obviously going to come and fight us. Now, they may well come towards us. So let's just disband that group because they just have a bunch of range. So they've got War Chanters. And they've got Foresters of Haleth. Which are basically their answer to Athelian Rangers. Basically the same. Greyblood Raiders, which are that good Javelin unit. Not the best one. Not really the good one, actually. It's kind of like their worst one. But they... I think we're going to send over a unit of Gondor infantry. Yeah, they're actually coming towards us. So you go on over there, and we're going to send our cavalry over there as well. Let's just go and eliminate them really quick. And whilst we get into position over here, because our front line is not going to crumble against that awful quality infantry that they've got. But it is just their ranged options that might get us. But I think Hirluin will be able to slaughter these Greyblood Raiders. And... yeah, so let's bring him in. Where is he? He's over here. So in you come. And the other units will kind of go in and charge with them too. Oh, and they are women. These War Chanters, they are women. And we're not quite in melee over there. And in we go. So they did actually get a couple of javelins in on us. So that's not great. It's not good for us. Let's go and charge them. Go, go, go. And we'll bring this unit over here. And you'll take their spot, and then we'll charge in with you.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Right.
Victory will
Okay, we need to get into... We can't allow them just to throw their javelins. So, in you go, men. In you go. And, yeah, everyone just charge on in there. And River Spearmen... Actually, you go on over there. Just chase those River Scouts. And what else do we have over here? We've got another unit of... spears there. How are we doing over here? Hirluin, get out. And you get on over here. Charge them. And then you charge them. We'll do some cycle charging. These guys actually only took one casualty in that. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Greyblood Axemen over there, though. Going around the outside. And those River Scouts. Right, we're going to send a unit of archers over there. Take them off defensive. You're going to fire at them.
Good tidings.
Oh, we took... I think that's the...
Only half the enemy force
That
remains.
is the... this small army over here. And they are all routing already. Oh, the War Chanters have come for Hirluin. Oh, and they've come for them. Oh, gosh darn it. Right, you come over here. And you go over there. And we'll kind of do a bit of a flank like so. How are we doing over here? It's getting very choppy. You know that there's a lot of people on the battlefield then. And, ooh, that is a lovely looking spot there. Just to get a few shots in with the catapult. And you're just going to stay here to make sure that cavalry doesn't come on over here. And you guys... Well, if you can fire in over there, you fire at them. You're coming round the side. Shoot those Greyblood Axemen because they're going to do a lot of damage to us otherwise. And we'll send you... Yeah, you are fired. That is why you don't use catapults. I mean, I don't know if the ballista is worth using. We haven't got the cleanest angle in there. So, yeah, we took a lot of casualties by doing that. But I think we've basically won here. Foresters of Haleth still knocking around. And there's River Scouts too. So let's bring these guys in to take them out. And I think this is all done for. I can't even see it. There's 28 River Scouts there. Let's pull you out because they've got a bonus against Cav. So we don't want to be dealing with that. Let's use defensive stance as well. And we are having issues firing. We are definitely having issues But that is a big clump of units there. Right, do not be running through the enemy. Just fight at whatever is in front of you. So you continue firing at them. Shoot those grey-blood raiders.
Pursue and run them down.
It's a bit of a shame that we can't trust our catapults, to be honest. But perhaps if we get them a bit closer. Now, we do run the risk of then getting them shot. I mean, the ballista's usually pretty reliable. But, yeah. Okay, just go away. Hirluin, come over here. We're just getting chased by this unit of cav. Let's bring these guys round over here. And we'll go and give these guys some more faith in the silver tree over there. Like, we're going to get our cavalry involved eventually. And then at that point, hopefully, we'll be able to call a dub. Right, you just fire it. No, shoot into that. Shoot into that. That's a good mass there. We are getting slightly outnumbered over there. So let's send in the spears. Send in the spears against that. Lamadin clansmen just go in there. Right, the cavalry. No, oh God's sake. Where's the other unit? Like, they're just going to continuously chase him, and it's annoying as all hell. Like, we can't get away. It's like a bad smell. We're taking a bit more damage than I'd like, and actually having this catapult here is kind of useless. I don't foresee it being very useful at all. And our line is a bit fractured, really, but we've got the Angren Raiders over there. I'm just a bit worried that you can't really target their best units very well here. And our units aren't... The pathing isn't ideal. Right, stop what you're doing and just fire at the Enedwaith hunters. They're being crushed. Now, if we can get Hirluin out of there, does look like, yeah, the Gondor Knights over there were able to smash everything, but it does kind of hurt our general a little bit. It shouldn't matter in the long run, though. Oh, there's still 14 of them. Just go and chase them off, because I think that's like all you're going to be really used for. At this point, we'll use this unit of cav to deal with the rest. So come on over here so we can chase off these archers. I don't actually see where their general is. Perhaps if I use the mini-map, I could see the star. He's probably in here somewhere. But I can't see. Maybe, is he in here? No, I don't think he is. Well, come over here. Let's get a bit of a better angle, especially now that they've not got any cavalry. Because the sooner we get this sorted, the better. They'll all run away pretty quickly, I'm sure, as soon as the enemy general goes down. And this is looking pretty good. We've got the Lamadin clansmen involved. Of course, they don't really have much in the way of armor, but I think the River Elders, or the whatever their cavalry unit was called, the River Scouts, they've been decimated, so we don't need to worry about them anymore. So fire into that, and then perhaps you just fire in there. Taking them with a charge. Now for the hammer and anvil. These guys suck on the charge, so I'm kind of just hoping that, you know, cavalry are pretty good. Just in general, they'll do some base damage just regardless, so even a 5 charge should do relatively well. But without that general going down, it's going to take a while for them to admit defeat. So, nice, that's all done. Well, now we can really start encompassing them into a nice little bun. So all of you get on over here. Oh, you're actually out of ammunition. Come and fire at them. Come and fire at them. I just don't know where this general is. I hope all these are routing. Yes, they are. And our general is over there, of course. But I don't see where theirs is. He's not actually dead. So, send you in. Our cavalry has destroyed the archers. I think we can probably pull out and take care of the other units after that. And yeah, I just don't know where this general is. It's surely close to death very soon. Right, just stop firing now at this point. I mean, you're out of ammunition anyway. Right, you guys come out. You've just been caught up on this one unit, or 6 Enedwaith hunters. And who are you firing at? Right, they're routing over there. Oh no, they're not. They're just skirmishing. Right, come on into melee. Just come on into melee. We don't need anything else from you, and you charge in at them. We do actually need to kill that general, though, wherever they are. Now they're just fighting to the death, but he's got to be in here somewhere, in this mosh pit, fighting to the death. But the narrator man hasn't said anything, so maybe it isn't. So just go and catch these. Oh, we found him. Elder Guildsman. There's one of him. Over here. He's over here, man. He's somehow pushed through the lines and gone for our catapult, which is fine. He didn't kill too many of the crew. And you don't need that many, anyway, to actually use the full range of your catapult. So, bam. There he goes. It took a while. It took a few hits. He did well. We're gonna end the battle there. That's probably more than enough. And we lost 10% of our army. It's not amazing. Actually, I mean, it's pretty good. How many were we up against? We were up against, I mean, it was like 3,300-ish. And we killed them all by losing how many? 248. Yeah, that's okay. And most kills, I mean, it's pretty good across the board. But yeah, 24 to friendly 5. If that hadn't happened, that would have been, I mean, that would have been pretty cool. And that was just to the catapult, that one shot, I think. And so was the Citadel Guard. They got clipped a little bit too. And execute them. And that should see us have 0 resistance in going into our former home. I mean, not that any of us have actually lived there, but it's a city. I'm really tempted just to exterminate, because that is a lot of people in there, and I'm going to do it. They're not actually our people, they're all Wildmen, and yeah, it would have been above 16k. It would have been more than required for a large city, but like we would have had to build up all things like libraries and things like that, so we'll just exterminate at this point of the campaign. It's fine to do. And Master Hunters Guild. The guild speeds up replenishment of old archers within its settlement. Well, we'll hold on to that then, because apparently I can't even get I can't get warriors guilds in. I haven't had anything pop up here, despite the fact I've got the best smithy in there. I've got a drill square, which is like the top tier available as well. I can't get any of the. I feel like something's broken there, mate. So we'll hold on to that, and we'll just pop it on low tax rate. Now we do kind of want some trash units to stay behind, and I was hoping to actually kill more of them there, because now we're going to have a bit of an issue actually getting over there. We might have to piggyback a bit on Rohan, but no, we've got all these forces here. These have been upgraded, so they don't need to go anywhere, but the rest of you, off to the forges with you. Go on over there, and I think these guys are ready. Do we have any? Oh, we don't have any Gondor. I think that those units of Gondor militia actually would have been good for that. We've got some here. The only thing is, I don't know if we can make it through there. We need a fleet somewhere here on the coast, and look at that, Enedwaith are coming.
It will be an honor defeating
it's Mr. Con Artist over here, and he's got a pretty big army, but we do have Miston here. And how many free do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units, so 1, 2, obviously they're going in. And anything else to go in, I mean, we'll take the archers, I think. I think the archers will be useful more than anything. And then just take that. We won't put in another general in there, because, I mean, if he does die, then we'll have a backup right here. So you're just going to stay here in the trees and hope that no one sees you, because you're probably going to get attacked next turn. 6 turns till surrender. Yeah, I think it's probably best just to do it that way, because, like, get attacked, win the battle if we can. Otherwise, it might be a bit tricky. But all of these folks then, recruit them, and recruit them, and all of these are...
Ready your
Perhaps
weapons.
these could... Oh, no, they can't, because there's an army there. Do we have any more Do we have a fleet over here? I think we do. And we do actually have an army
Ready.
over here. Pretty much... Is this ready to go?
My lord.
These guys are ready, so let's set them
To the ship.
in the ships.
Maintain order.
And I think these guys are all ready too. Do you have a general in there? No, you don't. Okay. Well, we take...
Protect the blood of
Oh,
Numenor.
God's sake. We'll take all of you, put that in there. Oh, okay.
Maintain order.
Take all of that in there, and then take those two, and then that. Like so.
Leaving the army.
And then you're going to set off. There's not really going to be many enemy fleets around here, but it's going to take you a while to make it over.
Can go no further.
And then this second fleet,
Ships ready.
we're going to bring
Your will, my lord.
everything else. I mean, there's a lot. And actually, there's Lord Farquaad here. Forgot about him. And he's going to have a full stack to roll out. So we're going to leave the Territorial Guardsmen, because we've already got a unit in here. And there we go. Now Lord Farquaad's going to go off on his way.
Set sail.
And
We can go no
here we
further.
don't really need to do anything. How much would an armory make us? So what? Really? Wow, that's going to make us like 350 gold coins almost. Yeah, so get that. I mean, actually 250, but because you lose the from the garrison building itself. And what do we have here? We've got another army. I think you're going to Dol Amroth to get retrained because there's a lot missing there.
We can go no
And
further.
yeah, just get a oh no, get an armory there as well. Just to, I mean, it's going to reduce some of that corruption, make us some money, but more importantly, just keep that public order and then get a university as well. And yeah, I mean, we've got loads of units actually that have been recruited over here too. Finally, we can retrain them. And then all of these guys, let's just send them over to the Black Gate to get retrained.
March to
These guys are
exhaustion,
fine.
continuing
They
later.
don't need another... I don't think they need another... Oh, whatever. Well, let's send them north, actually, because we are going to be sending them over here. So as I've said, we kind of need to take this land. And all of these rebel armies that are still knocking around,
By
we
your
will...
command.
How? What? You could see them on the map and you still got stuck on them. We're going to take them out via auto-resolve, most likely. But we kind of want to get these armies out that are stuck in these settlements to somewhere where they're more useful for us. And, of course, Denethor, he's just going to... I don't really know what to do with him yet. We're going to sail him back home first of all.
March, men.
Yeah.
Let us set
So,
up camp here.
everyone here, we're going to continue just to retrain what we can because we do have that improved armor here. So, make use of that. And once that's done, then we're going to pop on that ship
Ships
and
ready.
sail home. Do we have any other ships?
Maintain
And
order.
where were you going? Were you going to...
Ready
You were
your
coming down
weapons.
to Umbar, I think.
Forward.
And you've just been blocked
Let
there.
us set up camp here.
And, yeah, just put in a... Or put in a port first and then a market. But I think we've got another ship here. Yeah, he's just going to wait as a taxi service for the fella in there. But we do have a few more. We've got one ship over here. Let's bring that down to here. It's probably faster, actually, to walk up this highway and then take the ship rather than taking the ship from the port. But I don't think it really matters. And if we just get in Serelon, the Knight's Stables, we can actually gain access to another Pinathgelling cavalry unit. So we'll take that, and yeah, we'll hold on to our forces that are currently in these settlements, because I don't want to send them out too soon and then get wiped out by a big stack. So he's going to have to stay there for a bit, which does kind of hinder our progress, but perhaps it might help us to see as they bring all of their forces together for us to annihilate. Of spies, as you can see around here, because we've got Kuon and Hisalaven. You're going to just come on over here. Take a look at what Dorwinion's brewing, because they might come and attack us, which would be really, really annoying. So I mean, they're still at war with Dale, so there's that. just to make sure. Let's have a look over here. Dale, they're probably allied to them. Yeah, Dale are at war with basically everyone around them, which is quite surprising. Erebor, Dorwinion, Anduin Vale, and the Woodland Realm, they have been utterly annihilated. Kingdom of Rohan don't like us, but, I mean, they're allied to us. Hopefully they don't stab us in the back. I mean, they are at war with Enedwaith anyway, so they do have things to do. And loads of stuff here. Barad-Han became a city. Okay, that's getting that done. And then once you've done that, get the warehouse, get the fairground. Nice. Anything else that's been upgraded? Tal al-Jaf became a large city. It's already building a shipwright. After that, just get great roads and oh, what the hell? Just get a great market too. Other than that, I think that's all pretty good. We don't necessarily need to be building everything everywhere anyway. But this looks all pretty good, and he can actually make it all the way down here next turn. Oh, and this needs to be retrained, like, actually not good. And the only place where a lot of this is going to get retrained is all the way back in Tarnost. The Gondor militia and Archer militia isn't really worth holding on to. So I'm just going to not do that. Control D. And everything else, apart from the Territorial Guardsmen, they're going to be a garrison. Everyone else is going up north to get retrained eventually. Arasuil, get in there. And, yeah, actually, I mean, you've got Archer Militia. Well, you're just going to go in there. I wasn't going to take you. I mean, we don't really want the Gondor Militia either, but we've got it. And, yeah, let's just get on in there and go up north. I don't actually know, where should we take... Where should we take him? We could go over here, or we could sail him all the way up north. We've got a few turns to decide on that. But over here in Lond Daer, then, got a couple of armies here. We could go in and attack them one by one, and we could even take Siduri. If I don't think we can actually attack. No, we can't. Can't attack that army to pull them out. But I'd welcome it if they just brought 3 armies against us, and I think that would be quite a lot of fun actually to see how that would go. I mean, we'd win. I think. I'd see it as a great challenge to actually lose something like that when you've got a much better force. Like with infantry, all you have to do is send it into melee and it will do its job. Whereas if you've got an archer-based army or like skirmisher army, then that's a lot harder to make it work because you've actually got to maneuver them into position to get their maximum potential. Whereas with infantry, it's just set and forget. But they do look like they're coming to try and take these regions from us, but I think it's folly. Oh, and they're not even attacking Anorras over there, so, yeah, again, what are they doing? Do you have any space? No, you don't. Perhaps we can just leave the 69 here, and then we can have an extra transport vessel there, and keep these guys moving over there, because we've got some forces here, but we could link them up with these actually. So we've just got them with 1 point of armor. That's not very good. It's not massively useful. Wait, so we've got 4 units of archers there. What do we have over here then? We've got some trash infantry. We're getting some better units there. We've got a few more. No. Anything over here? Yes, get them both. Everyone needs to have good armor and shields, or the best that we can, up against Enedwaith, and we're going to send them then, I think we will just send them on foot to come up here to kind of take Lond Daer. Perhaps that's a good one to take in the meantime. Right, so, you guys, you're ready. Get on out, and you are next in line to get retrained for armor. So we'll just pop them in. It will take a couple of turns. And, yeah, let's have a look at what's happening over here. Oh, they can't quite make it. But we'll retrain them. Forlong the Fat. Actually, let's send him over here just to... Yeah, I'm not going to waste resources in fighting that. I just wish they'd get out of the way. We're going to put some towers over here. with Forlong while we wait for another army to form over there, and whilst we wait for all this to conclude. So, we're not even going to fight here. We're just going to crowd around all of this, and they won't want to attack us because there's too many of us. Well, that's the theory anyway. So they'll see it as us just reinforcing one another, and I think, is there a tile right there in between? No, I guess there's not.
Your will, my lord.
So now we've got all of our units there. Hang on, if we just assault, how many armies do we get, and what does the auto result? Ooh, we've only got 3 armies there, and they've got 2. I wonder if we just went in there and attacked. Oh, well, we can't actually move. Well, we'll try that maybe next turn. Or should we? No, let's just do it now. So attack them. Right, okay. And then let's attack now, and it should only be 1 army. And we are just going to auto-resolve. And we lost 519 men. I'm going to take that. And with that, Kanda gone. And we're going to exterminate. And just like that, we have taken the entire south. Now, we did take some pretty crippling damage there, to be honest. But I think it's worth it in the long run.
I will not waste words.
And I'm not going to waste any resources on these. I know, I can't remember who. I was told in the comments to get rid of the rebel armies, but actually all of this is going to kind of end up being rebel anyway, with what we're going to do once we've won. We're just going to kind of give it all up. So, it doesn't really matter if they do take it. But we have now taken out Khand, which is a real... It's a fantastic feeling. Just think about this. Everyone that has started this campaign, like, further south than, like, our capital, basically, has been wiped out. Mordor are gone. Dol Amroth, they're gone. Harad, the AA, and now Khand. That's pretty cool. And we've got, what, 61 regions? Pretty good. I mean, even the Easterling's gone, but not by our hand. And Dol Guldur are almost on the way out. And now we can use all of this military might, military muscle, just to go in there and take out what remains of Dorwinion. And we've got plenty in reserve, and that should take only a few turns. And Forlong should be able to take a couple of places out, and we'll send him some reinforcements so he can keep on pushing through. Because this is the 57th episode, and by that calculation, we've only got a few left. Because as I said last time, I'm aiming for the 60th mark, or 60 episode mark. So faction destroyed, Khand. Right. Well, without further ado, actually, let's just move these guys up north as much as they can. Although, yeah, by the looks of it, that's going to be quite difficult. Who can we leave behind? We've got territorial guardsmen there. We've got some here. Okay, so we're going to leave behind some of these trashier units, I think. So archer militia, they're going to stay behind, and I think we'll keep hold of them. And actually, we can maybe take everything else. Maybe everything else is fine. Yeah, they don't seem to mind. And yeah, keep on moving. So we're at 110% on the public order there as well. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, nothing much to complain about on that side either. I think we can just end the turn at this point. Is there any retraining to do for armor anywhere? I mean, yeah, these guys need to get in there. So whoever's kind of done, I think all of these, let's just put them in, or put them in that fort over there. And all of these broskies can roll on in, and we'll retrain them. Okay, nice. Enedwaith then, they attack at Belorn, and oh, they don't have this other army as a reinforcement, but they've decided to come out anyway. Oh, they're stupid. Absolutely stupid. So there they are, and this is what they've got. 8 and 18 is all that they've got, and we've already seen how. I mean, they're relatively good, but they're not going to beat even an unupgraded Gondor infantryman. So this should be fairly easy.
Break their will. Await my
It is a
orders.
sally out battle though, and I totally forgot. Again, I always forget that there is no time to deploy in battles such as this. So let's just send. Let's make sure all of our folks are moving backwards, so I can then form up a battle line. And yeah, we're just gonna have all of the pikes actually. Ooh, that thunder is really, really loud. Oh my days, that's like more intrusive than my intro. So let's just put all the pikes there, and I suppose our flanking forces then are just going to be like Gondor militia. And then on the other side, how many did we have? We've got 3 here. Nice, nice, nice. And we'll put these on the other flank. Like so. And any territorial guardsmen, I suppose we'll put them in with the pikemen to provide some support. Archers behind. Pikes in front, archers behind. Good old, who was it that said that? It was Gothmog. Not the cool Gothmog. Mr. Potato Face Gothmog. The cool Gothmog was the Lord of the Balrogs. And he was killed by an equally cool elf. Or actually, an even cooler elf. And that was Ecthelion. He was the leader of the house of the... I want to say the Fountain. It was the Fountain. And he cruelly ended up actually dying in a fountain after headbutting Gothmog into said fountain. And and they both drowned. So you kind of wonder how big is this fountain? Like, how deep must the fountain be for a, like, over 2 meter tall, like, elf? Because elves are, like, I don't know, so they can be, like, 2.2 meters. So, like, over 7 foot tall. Where are they going? But yeah, anyway, he had, like, he didn't have the use of any of his limbs, and he had no sword. All that he had was his helmet, which was said to have a prominent spike on the end. You learn this, like, from the fall of Gondolin. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, from the fall of Gondolin, actually. When Tuor and Huor and all those went to Gondolin, and they went through the... Oh, no, it wasn't Tuor and... No, it was Tuor and... Wait, hang on. Huor was the father of Tuor. So actually, yeah, Huor was in Gondolin, but way before Tuor. Sorry, I just confused you all. But for those of you that do know the story, then you won't be. So, ages... Well, not ages past, but a few years before... I think it's like 30 or 40 years before, Tuor made it to Gondolin. The brothers Huor and Hurin went after they were saved by the eagles. And Tuor made it there by the guidance of the Valar Ulmo, who kind of had always foretold that Gondolin would eventually fall, and he'll send a messenger, and at that point, Turgon, the king of Gondolin, he should know that time was up. And that messenger then was the man Tuor, who came with his elven armor that he had found in the former halls at, what was it? Is it Vinyamar? I feel like Vinyamar sounds almost about right. It was at Mount Taras. Is it Mount Taras? That almost sounds like something from Greek mythology, though. Now, it's been a while. I mean, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so if this is incorrect, then I do apologize. But anyway, he comes up with that armor that they left there 400 years ago, and they're like, okay, let's listen to what he's got to say then, because he looks like he knows what's up. And as he made it through the 7 gates of Gondolin, he makes it to the last one, and there's Ecthelion. And there's a very nice description of all of his armor and whatnot. And in many ways, he's a better... Actually, I did do a video on the best fighters in Middle-earth. And in many ways, like, Ecthelion is the one that probably should have come back. And there is, like, the thinking behind the reason why Glorfindel was allowed to come back in the Second Age and not Ecthelion is because just when Tolkien was writing The Lord of the Rings, he just then noticed that, oh, there's actually a Glorfindel here, and it's the same one, or there's an elf of the same name, also in his writings of the Fall of Gondolin. So he had to kind of like, perhaps retroactively do some shuffling there to make sense of it. Like, oh yeah, he died and then he was chosen to go back. And he was the only elf to ever have that kind of treatment. And, but yeah, it's quite a nice story all the same. I mean, I've got nothing against Glorfindel. I like, got nothing against the lad, innit? But perhaps Ecthelion would have been a more interesting one, because although equally, like, what would he have done that Glorfindel didn't? 'Cause all Glorfindel did, he was largely an advisor. And whilst he did take part in... He did take part... what was it? In the Battle of Fornost. I think it was the Battle of Fornost. It was when the Witch King's forces were finally wiped out in the year 1975 by Earnil. Who at the time was just the... He wasn't the king yet. Was it Earnil or Earnor? They've got very similar names, and one is the father and one is the son. But yeah, he took part there, and he did presumably very well, because he was like the most powerful elf in Middle-earth in terms of martial prowess. But how long does it take for these... Oh, there we go. I was wondering, like, how long am I going to have to keep on talking here in podcast mode for us to actually win the battle? I thought this was going to be over so quick. Oh, sorry, that was a very... Wow, the thunder is... Like, Thor is really banging his hammer. But these are all fighting to the death. And the enemy general is dead. We could just crack a hole over here. And, I mean, I've not really kept much track of micromanaging this army, because, I mean, it's all kind of rubbish. Apart from these two units. I mean, these guys actually kind of got a bit wrecked, really, but it should be okay. Now that we're going to take the settlement, or the castle, it's very easy to defend. So let's end the battle. We lost 434. We've got plenty left over. Yeah, Gondor Militia did not do too well there, but they were up against... Moot Keepers are pretty good. 132, though. Amphalas Pikemen, exceptional stuff.
Watch for the enemy.
And we're going to execute. And we're going to take Belorn. I mean, it's a castle, but... So we can actually... Look at that. Population to be massacred. 14,625. Bear in mind, you only need, what, 6,000 to actually upgrade it to a stronghold. We are executing everyone.
Ambush!
Oh, and... Con artist has been conned. And we actually ambushed him. It's been a while since I've had an ambush actually occur. But I've no idea why he's getting down there. We're just going to withdraw, and oh dear, he is actually attacking us. Alas, Miston, he's going to survive. We're going to decline that. Oh, don't go. Oh, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but perhaps he should have gone in the other direction. So, enemy camp sacked and baggage train lost, and oh, was that Athelstan from Vikings? I think it was. It went by so quickly because I very rarely look at it too much. But con artist there, he's going to stay there. Wonder if we just merge. We've got one space. That's enough for me. And you're just going to go and chill there. If you get attacked, then it's nice. You know what? Let's just put him there. Whatever. I mean, we could swap him around actually. The 6 of them, they're going to stay out there. Right, let's have a look at what we've got in here then. So we killed, what was it, 16 or 14,000? I think it was 14,600. So there were a lot of people in here. There was like 19,000. Like, if like, the player would not ever be able to get to that level of population in a settlement of this size. Like, not, like, it's hard just to get stronghold to that level. So, we're going to get a library. And what else do we have in here? We've got Fisherman's Guildhouse, very nice, very nice. Master Carpenter's Hut, we've got a tier 2 mining network there. I think there is gold here. Is that gold? Oh, we can't actually see. But I think this is, I mean, we can have a look this way. And, yeah, sea exports, that is gold. We have got gold here. Cerediar, there's silver there because Cerediar has silver. Other than that, we've got an apothecary, which is quite nice to have. You can get the doctor trait there, which allows for greater casualty replenishment, or rather healing post-battle. So you get a bigger percentage there, and we'll just hold on to that because we can't get any guilds, apparently. Right. Let's just have a quick look through here. Let's have a look at the lay of the land as well. We've got loads of money, and Brethil as well. Wow. And anything else of importance. Loads of buildings have been finished, and some recruitment included in Cirith Ior. But then, let's have a... Did we not put in a library here? No, we did. Did we? Yes, we did. It just took, like, no time at all to be made. Right, well, they've got a couple of armies there now, and that is a much more intriguing prospect. Perhaps we could just roll out of here, attack that, and we'll pull all of those armies together. No idea what they've got. I mean, they've got a few moot keepers, but honestly, I think we could take him, and take him very, very easily, and then we take Siduri, and, well, it's more important just to kill off their units. And that is also their capital. Whilst we wait to see what else we can do, and they look like they are diverging on Derwath, and that is just giving us more and more time to build more forces to go and help our broskies out. And all of these are done. I mean, I'm calling them done. We can send out the Gondor militia as well. But that is for next time. So join me for that, and as we see how much of a massacre can happen. I hope Rohan's doing okay. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, they haven't taken anything else over here just yet, so they're not doing probably very well. But the war with Dorwinion over here is going to be quite spicy because they are apparently stronger than us militarily. But thank you very much for watching. I'm Game with Gandalf. Good day.